Okay, let's go.
Fucking Central Time.
Son of a
they act like
bitch.
they own the fucking world. Like, everything runs through Central Time.
It's 10:30 right now.
Yeah.
The game starts at 1. It's
Okay.
2.
So we got time.
Yes.
We got time to record.
Ready, go. Action.
And,
And
scene.
go.
Let's go. That's your fault, Eric.
He started like literally said,
I heard you guys from the elevator, like, damn.
Oh my
okay,
god.
so real quick before they get recording, the game has been moved up. I thought to noon,
Oh,
but then I realized it's noon central to 1
okay.
Eastern, so it's an hour earlier. And so where I was like, noon, we gotta get going now. We gotta wait for Virgil, and then. I was like, never mind, sorry, that's Central Time. And then they're like, all right, ready, scene. And then right as they're getting ready to start,
You knock on the door.
The director's like, cut.
Oh my god. And action.
But, and
Chelsea and
in all
somebody
seriousness,
else as well.
Ed was hoping that you would knock in the middle of it and
they
walk in
literally
on
get
it.
ready to start.
we were going to start our Brockmire episode.
Oh, okay.
And so.
So they're going to record us for a little bit, and then we'll head on a little earlier than planned.
Oh god, this is too good. You know all of this is making it to the podcast, right? Like it's all of this is going to be
we're
on
gonna
Where he knocks.
Yo, the whole thing, yeah. That's exactly what's going to be right on the spot. Oh, this is good.
Oh, you were recording all that?
Oh, I was recording
okay.
the whole time.
Oh,
I've
okay.
been
I didn't know
recording.
if you stopped or
No,
not.
dude,
Oh, okay.
I was recording.
Well, I'm glad that my first statement was going to be what I said then.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Good. That's
It-
good to know.
You cuss us out like that.
Listen, I'm not in a good mood already after that hard Celtic bullshit game. So,
Oh, yeah.
I'm mad.
Oh.
Yeah, Celtic got a
So mad.
goal in was that was in stop? Yeah, it was a
Stoppage time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They got
to
a-
win.
Yeah, they got a goal off of the penalty, which was kind of questionable, and then there was the offside one, which was even more questionable, and then they sealed it with the 3-1.
Because if it was a draw, Hearts wins, right? Because
Yeah,
they had a
if
1 point
Hearts
lead
draw.
in the table.
So
Yeah.
Hearts would have won the championship.
Hearts would have won the championship if it was a draw and they got a goal in like
So
the
who
97th
won
minute.
then?
Celtic.
Celtic. Oh, again?
Yes. It sounds like they were trying to make it where Celtic.
It was Celtic won.
I don't usually.
We don't delve in the conspiracy theories.
I don't usually believe in the whole fixed thing, but sometimes there's a game that happens that kind of makes you question it.
Yeah.
I got you. Listen. It's Celtic. That was how many consecutive years now they won?
God, I don't even know at this point. 'Cause I know Rangers has probably won a few in between there, but between Celtic,
Between Rangers and Celtics, yeah.
Celtic, the last team that's won before them in the Scotland Premier League was Aberdeen in 1984.
Jesus. So it has been since 1984. It's been Rangers and Celtics.
Yes. So that's why.
Is it worth watching it at that point?
No, that's why I made a big deal about Hearts being so far into it because of how big of a deal it was going to be.
Right.
If they would have won.
Yeah.
But no, Celtic wins again.
No. All right. Hey, listen. Let's start this show. Huh? Let's start breakfast stick since we're already got interrupted by Eric once, and then now Virgil. Well, you know how this goes. Although it was classic. As soon as we were like, all right, action, knock on the door. I think he was listening to us out there. I was like, all right, I'm gonna ignore.
Me too. I had no choice. Like I said, I could hear you guys from the elevator.
Whatever, bro.
Well, at least we're not in our home, and then
yeah.
there's a knock at the door.
True. That is true. Because that would have been my daughter or something like that. So, hey, listen. Welcome to Breakfast Takes. My name is Ed, also known as the Deadhead, and I've got my good friend, Mr. Donnie Wise, the mayor. And then in the background, we got Virgil Brooks, Mr. Producer himself. Look at him. He just looks at me so happy right now.
Do you want me to talk? I didn't know.
No, it's okay. You don't have to. I'm just saying that we have an audience in our podcast today. Eric, the influencer, there, see, that's what I'm saying. You could have done that. You could have done that, and you didn't do anything. So anyways,
I'm
here.
further away.
It's okay. It's all right.
This is probably the only time they'll be on Breakfast Takes because they're not going to get up at
This
5
early.
a.m. Central Time because the
Right.
world runs through Central
Every
Time.
morning that early, I just don't watch you guys. I don't
That's
care about
bullshit.
Carolina sports.
Well, we've actually.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
That's not a burn.
That's not a burn. Whatever, bro. We're just expanding our shit here. I'm sorry that you're not too happy with the way our direction is going. You don't watch it anyways.
Which Carolina teams are in the NCAA softball tournament?
No one cares.
See, you don't even know.
How's NCAA and T doing in baseball? Yeah, they're not true Carolina.
I do know about A&T.
Yeah, because you've been to the stadium one time.
Well, hey, have you?
No, you didn't invite me.
Yes, we did. First of all, it was a shitty fucking night, that game anyways. It was raining and cold as shit. Anyways, listen.
When did this turn into Jerry Springer?
Jerry. Oh, I miss Jerry. That was a good show.
That was a good show.
It was a good show. All right, listen, let's get this going. Listen, the reason why we're doing this is because this morning we watched episode 4 of Brockmire. That was pretty good. Good job on you. And so we're here to talk about it. At the end of episode 3, so we have Brockmire's ex-wife show up, and that's where it ended. And that's where it all stopped. And that's where Eric stopped watching the show. And so we're on episode 4, so we've already made it further than everybody else thought. So congratulations, Donnie.
Thank you. Glad we could do that, and it's not going to be just 4.
No. We're going to
5,
continue.
6, 7.
7. Oh, don't say it.
6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm sorry.
That's why you guys have no ratings on your show.
We're trying to get a younger audience.
We're trying to. We're the TikTokers here, okay?
Yeah, I'm sure that's what the younger audiences want. Brockmire.
Well, hey, listen. Listen, let's just get going. What was your thought on the episode number 4? At season 1, episode 4.
Well, the character Lucy is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Everything that they've written for this show is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And the throwback scene to start it, where they're in the studio, or excuse me, in the stadium, and and she's trying to tell him about how she is, and he's like, I'm getting ready to go on a road
she calls
trip.
herself a sexual deviant?
Yeah, she's omnisexual or something.
Yeah.
But then it cuts to present day, where she shows up in town and totally freaks him out that she's there. And
but he plays it off like
he plays it off like it doesn't bother him. And then she makes the joke about something, and she's like, "Oh, we can't joke about that or whatever." And
like
you can't take a joke.
No, I think it's still too early for you for us to joke about that.
Yeah, but then as she walks away, he says something. He's like, "See, I could joke about it too."
he does that that laugh where it's like he is about to have a mental breakdown.
Yeah. He's trying to hide the pain through his laugh.
But everything. Jules the whole time is like, you need to come to terms with it.
Yeah, hey, these are all my friends. There's
2 legs,
two legs over here, and so's over here, and that somebody over there.
Yeah. So that's so it sets up for the very next day,
right?
In which he is about to call the game. Right, and so you can tell there's something not right with him. You know what I mean? And he is just drinking and drinking. Obviously, it's a theme for him that he is a heavy drinker.
Yep.
And so he sets it up. They're playing their neighbor town as a Butner, the Butner Barons.
Yeah.
And so he just goes absolutely off the rails, just calling the game, insulting them. It's like, they think they're better than us.
Yeah, he tries to turn the town against town in the stands to change things, but get the players fired up.
Right, but in reality, he was just comparing him and his ex-wife and all that. And the one part that I liked about that is they think they have a better Applebee's than us.
Nicer streets, a better Applebee's, and this, that, and the other. And they're they think they're better than you are.
Yep.
Yeah, and the players are buying into it, and then Urabi goes up there to bat and he takes out the first baseman.
Right, he hits a grounder. It's an obvious
out.
Easy grounder.
Yep.
You know it's an out, but the dude thinks he's Eric Prophet and he thinks he's a linebacker, and just absolutely runs over the first baseman.
Yep.
What? Am I wrong? Did you play linebacker in high school? There you go. See?
Yep. Starts an all-out brawl
Correct.
on the field, and what's funny is you just see like players from the Frackers come running in, and a guy like it's almost like Normandy. Like the player comes running in, and then his punch just takes him down before he even knew what hit him.
Correct.
There's a couple of them in the background. That's the big thing about this show, and I told you about it when we were watching together earlier.
Yeah.
The background stuff is what you really need to pay.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they show Brockmire looking down at the stands, and he sees his ex-wife and all of her little posse,
like the posse of people,
sexual deviants
Yeah.
down there. And I told you, it's like, look at that one guy. He's like stroking and petting the girl's hair. It's like just one of those random things. He's like 2 people away from the main character, but he's just petting that girl's hair.
And she busts out a whip.
And then she pulls the whip out. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy.
I want to go back to one point where they were at the when they were talking to each other when she just finally found out that he was alive because she declared him dead.
Yes.
Right. So she could get a divorce, which was like, okay, that's just you could have just stayed a widow, but whatever, right? And so she goes to Brockmire and tells us like, I need you to unload on me, and then she goes to make the jokes like, it wasn't the first time today. I'm like, damn.
Exactly.
That's the I was like, oh, we can't joke about it.
We can't joke about it. I guess it's too early to joke about that.
Yeah, exactly.
But then when she said about him being dead, declaring him dead, he said, well, for a few minutes I was dead in
for 3 minutes.
For 3 minutes in Mongolia or something, and that was those women they know how to use they keep the paddles around for a reason. Yeah. So sorry, I'm getting the line totally messed up, but you get
how dare you get this messed up? So now Eric is already judging us. He's not even paying attention, by the way, guys. I just want you guys to know that, like, we have people here. Virgil is watching right now a soccer match. What's the score?
It's 0-0.
0-0. And then Eric is not even paying attention to us. What kind of friends do we have here? I asked him to be on the podcast. What did he say? No, thanks.
I haven't watched that episode yet.
I offered to watch it with us, and you said no.
I didn't get up till like 9 o'clock.
That is also true.
Also true.
Also true. So, anyways, listen, we're getting derailed here. So let's get back to the part where, so there is a brawl, right?
Exactly.
And all hell breaks loose because he is just starting to start shit with people. He's starting shit with people. He goes and starts insulting the town of Butner, and they take it offensive. Like Uribe goes and runs over the first baseman, and then he goes and says, "You have the $1 million pitcher who doesn't speak any English but knows the language."
And he's like, he knows what to do.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, do it.
I know. He's like talking to the microphone, like, do it. And that's when he hits the kid in the shoulder, and all hell breaks loose. Like, there's an absolute mayhem going on the field, out in the stands. People are fighting each other and all that. So it's wild.
Yeah.
So then we go to that night. So they go back to the bar.
Yeah.
And obviously, what is he doing?
He's drinking.
Drinking.
And you made the observation. Why does Jules always drink wine
with ice? Every single time. Like, I've never seen anybody in my life drink wine and ice.
Quirky character things that's so good.
Yeah. And so I was like, that's just weird, but okay, whatever. So one of the guys, he's like, oh, you make me laugh again. You make me feel alive. Like before, my wife used to come to my shower and make fun of me and laugh at me. I'm like, where does that even come from? Like,
right.
What does have to do with anything?
Exactly. It's like, okay, you've unleashed this power in me to now confront my wife or confront. Everybody's confronting their demons at this point.
But none of them did anyways.
No.
And so then you have the one dude with the short shorts, right?
Right.
Who grabs Brockmire and then drags him outside.
Yeah.
Why? Because he has a person tied up, gagged,
and beaten,
which just happens to be the third base coach for the Butner team.
And they're like, "Look what we got for you. What, you want to do something to him or whatever?" And he's like, "What do you want to do? What do you want to do?" And he's like, then you can see it, his realization in his brain
I fucked up.
I've done fucked up, and I've taken this too far. He's like, "Let him go." No, let him go.
This is where you said this was one of your favorite
this was
quotes.
One favorite quote. So they're like, "Okay, boys, tie him up," and they run him off, and the character leans in. I think it's Dale is his name. He leans in to Brockmire, and he's like, I wrote it down here so I would say it just right. This is why people think baseball is boring.
Because obviously, kidnapping someone, beating the dude half to death is part of baseball.
Exactly,
apparently.
But letting them go and not continuing the fight. That's why baseball's boring.
Boring, exactly. So I think that he finally had that realization. I was like, oh, I'm kind of, I fucked up a little bit here.
He's like, okay, he's like, okay, I went too far.
Yeah.
I let my personal issues bleed into and interject into the town.
Exactly, into the town, to the game, but here's the thing.
But eventually, we'll get to it. It circles back around.
But Jules actually is taking full advantage of that.
Absolutely.
She goes like, at this rate, I'm going to be able to pay off my loan.
Yeah.
Which we all know the payments balloon, right? And the contract is a bad contract for her. But she just said, she was like, I did it to save baseball. So she knew.
Yes.
But she is taking full advantage of the fact that now it's like I got Brockmire starting fights, and I got people now coming to the ballpark. Which, by the way, she puts at 50 cents a beer.
Exactly, 50-cent beer night, and then she tells him at the bar, I've got 3 bags of cash back at the stadium, stacks of cash. And 45% increase in ticket sales, and it's all thanks to this whole melee and this excitement around the
but I care too much. I care about you to let 45% get in the way. And it's something that, for me, as being a fan of Cleveland, grew up in Cleveland. When they said 50-cent beer, I was like, the first thing that I thought of was 25-cent night, and what happened that night when they had a 25-cent night, because it was an absolute brawl and mayhem in Cleveland when they had that night. They never did it again, obviously. So they're kind of tying that night to Brockmire, but not really. They didn't want to make too many connections.
Like an inspiration for that episode idea, but not like a direct ripoff of it. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Which, for me as a fan, I was like, hell yeah. That's awesome. Exactly. Let's do it. So, all right. So he finally has that realization.
Yep.
What does he do next?
That is okay, I got to go talk to her. I need to go see her, and I need to get this over with.
Yeah.
So he goes and knocks on her door, and it's funny because she kind of slinks out at first, and then she realizes it's him. It's like, oh. Okay, cause she thought it was another sex
right, because she's sleazing her way in, and
she
then
thinks
she's
another
like,
sexual partner coming, and it's like, oh, is she okay? He's like, I think we need to talk. Can I come in? And she's like, I don't think that'd be a good idea.
It's not a good idea.
But the funny thing is, she turns around and tells everybody, we're going to take a hard 5. Get you some bananas and Gatorade out the cooler. Stay hydrated. Like she's talking to a little league team or something. Right. It's like that's what the coach would tell the players. Like, we're going to take 5. Get you some bananas and Gatorade.
Right.
And that little subtle stuff too.
Correct.
And then she comes out and she's talking to him, and he finally gets his side of it out to her. And she's doesn't take it the way he thinks she's going to take it. And she's gives him a hug, and she's like, I'm glad you did that. It wasn't she needed his apology or anything.
To be who she really is.
To be who she is.
Yeah. It
was more I'm glad you got that out, and now we can both kind of move on.
Which is, when some of the things that he said to her was you're my true north of hatred.
Right.
When I think of hatred, when I point at hatred, it points right at you.
Exactly. And she's just okay.
All right, cool.
She's just taking it.
I don't give two
shits. Off your chest. Exactly. It was not affecting her one bit. And he's like, I will never forgive you. That's never going to happen, blah, blah, blah. And she's just okay.
She's like, I don't need your forgiveness.
I don't need it. Exactly. Don't need it. And then the parting shot she leaves him with is so good. She's like, by the way, don't wear your slippers in front of your girlfriends. It makes you look like a dink. The word dink is the perfect choice of word for that line right
it wasn't, if you would have, it makes you look like an idiot or something like that. That would have not
been... It didn't land. The word dink
right there.
Landed that line.
Yeah, that's the final stab for her.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's one of those things that the writers, including him and probably mostly him...
which is Hank Azaria, that he created.
He's created this. Yeah. His writing and his ability to pick the right words for things like that are fantastic.
Right. So... He finally, all right, so that happens, and then he is sitting in the car with Charles.
Yeah.
Right, and there is that blow up thing that, like, moves from side to side that you see at car dealerships and all the time, and he gets out of the car and goes and have a fight and just starts a fight with that thing.
And that's the funniest thing to see him fight. He's punching this little thing that keeps ballooning up and down.
So there it is. So that's Brockmire episode 4, Eric, just for you, buddy.
But the thing that gets me too is they bring Jules and Charles come in at the end, remember? And
yes.
He's sitting there and they show him how he's blown up and he's famous again. Like they show him the one of him like
during the melee,
throwing the tantrum during the melee, and
because Charles put his helmet on.
Yeah,
and he goes like, before I went under the table, I hit record and I recorded everything.
And it was just like veins popping out on him and everything. And when they're showing this to him and they're like, it's got 500,000 views, you can see his brain spin. Like he gets a little bit of a smirk or grin on his face. Because he does the it's almost like you can hear him thinking, I'm back.
I'm back, bitches.
Yeah, exactly. It's like so perfect way to finish off that.
This is like, it's always tying like this show, granted, as raunchy as it is, and as like, people think that's like, it is a raunchy show. Yeah. But it's so good, and like us fans of baseball, like can identify to a lot of the things that happen on that game. For example, like the unspoken rule of like, hey, listen, you hit one of ours, we're gonna take care of one of yours, right? It's one of those things, like the 25-cent night. So you're connecting a lot of historical things that happen already in Major League Baseball throughout history.
Yeah. Well, just the idea of finding something or even making up something about the other team to create some spark in your team is kind of the underlying point of that.
Like
whole
some
thing.
Managers would purposely get kicked out of a game in order to start.
Yeah, because sometimes it's like, why is he up there arguing and getting thrown out of a game? But managers will go out there and get thrown out to spark their own players.
See if something, yeah.
Like, y'all fight for me because I went up there and got your back. You go.
I fought for you. Now it's your turn to go fight for me.
Right. And in this scenario in the show, it went too far. But that's the point of the show is like, okay, they take these little things and you gotta kind of pull that out of what he was really trying to do. It just got away from him because of his personal situation.
Right, exactly. So I'm looking forward to episode 5.
Yep. 5. We're gonna get to 5.
We're gonna get to 5. And yeah, thank you. Whatever, bro. And so we have to look for a new streaming service because apparently Netflix is ending it. It says it's ending soon, which I'm pissed off about. I know, the humanity of things.
I don't understand. Netflix, you used to be able to order a movie through Netflix. They would pull it out of their vast library of DVDs and mail it to you.
Oh.
They don't even have to do that now. Like, do you not have
I know you called it.
I called that.
I know you did. We're getting right into it. We're like, we're doing good, and all of a sudden Netflix is like, hey, someone's doing a podcast about this. What are we gonna do? Let's just go ahead and remove this from the streaming service.
Like, you have a data center, you have computers that can keep these episodes forever. Why can you not go to Netflix and just be like, it's always in the library. It's like going to a public library. That book's always going to be there. Why can't these episodes always be there?
Now we're going to have to find somewhere to find it. I think Amazon has them, but you got to buy the season, which is some bullshit.
Well,
yeah, I know you're not watching it now.
I'm going to look for the seasons on DVD. I'm going old school.
You're going old school DVD?
I'm going to see if I can find
I'm sure you have a
DVD
player in your house.
Absolutely.
I know you
probably have more than one. I know I have one hooked up to the main TV.
I think I still got my Xbox.
I haven't used it in forever, but it's there. So this is the thing. This right here proves my point about why I was collecting shows on DVDs years ago when it was a thing.
Because eventually they're going to go away?
Right. So Rhonda kept asking me, why are you getting all the seasons of Miami Vice on DVD? I'm like, so when I go to the retirement home, I can just watch TV all day long. I can just pop DVDs in.
You're planning for the future.
I was planning for the future. So then streaming services come along, and I stopped keeping them. I'm like, oh, well, everything's going to be online.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Not really.
Not unless you want to pay for it.
Well,
so I'm going to go back to buying the series that I liked.
I was just going to say, good luck trying to find DVDs nowadays.
Whoa.
No one sells them.
I'm sure there's a lot of places that have a whole bunch they didn't sell when streaming services started. So that's what I'm going to start hunting. Antique stores.
See if you can find them at Family Video, Blockbuster. I think they'll have it for you.
Yeah. Flea markets.
Woolworth is one of them. I thought so. They sell them. Blockbuster. Yeah. Circuit City.
Circuit City.
Bend, Oregon, to go to Blockbuster.
That's the only Blockbuster left in all of the United States, isn't it?
Yes, I went to Hillsboro, Oregon, and it was still like 3 hours from there. I'm like,
shit.
Do you still have your Blockbuster card?
No.
Oh, see, I think I have a Blockbuster card somewhere.
I got rid of my Blockbuster card.
I save everything. I'm a hoarder.
Expanded so fast. They had like a new store every 7 hours. They had over 9,000 stores in the peak, like in the early 2000s.
Wow.
Not only that, but did you know that they were offered for them to buy Netflix?
Yeah.
And the owner of Blockbuster's like, no, that's not the future.
Yeah, that's basically
what an idiot.
I know, dude.
What an idiot.
He got fired after that because Netflix is just took off, and then where's Blockbuster? They should try to make a comeback as an online streaming service. That'll be hilarious if they do that.
Oh man, if somebody had the rights to the name and started doing that, people would flock.
They should have be like, hey, we'll give you your membership card. We'll send you one of those, or laminated membership cards again, because those were awesome. Mine was actually laminated.
Oh, me too.
God, we're showing our age, Sonny. All right, guys, thank you again for joining us here on Breakfast Takes. Actually, this is a hotel edition, I guess we can call it.
Yeah, exactly.
On location. Thanks,
on
Eric.
location in Tampa, Florida.
Yeah. Ooh, continental breakfast steaks. All right, Virgil. That's all. Yep. We're going to call that episode now the Continental Breakfast Steaks episode. Make sure you guys follow Virgil and Eric. All right, on all the socials, follow Mr. Mayor here as well as myself. Guys, we're trying to get to 1,000 followers on YouTube. So make sure you go on YouTube and hit that follow button. This episode will also air on YouTube. So make sure you follow us. And we'll see you guys on episode 5.
Have a good night, day, and like and subscribe.
Okay, Mia.
I figured if you played this for her, she'll get a kick out of that.
She will.
Y ya no hay más que hablar. Lo que fue bonito, pero lo que duele más es lo que no se ha escrito.
This podcast is part of the Curved Brim Media Network. Here are some of the other members of Curved Brim Media.
Hi, this is Kelly Robinson, the Minor League Nerd. My YouTube channel explores the history of minor league baseball teams. More than just stats, we delve into team lineage, sharing stories from current franchises to obscure one-year wonders.
I'm Paul Caputo, and on the Baseball by Design podcast, I talk to minor league baseball teams, designers, and other super interesting people about what these minor league baseball logos mean, and I talk a little bit about ice cream helmets.
What's up, Bucketheads? I'm Anna DiTomaso, and each week on the Baseball Bucket List podcast, I speak with a different fan about their favorite baseball memories, what the game means to them, and what's left to check off on their baseball bucket list.
Hey everyone, it's Eric from the great state of Kansas.
This is Johnny from the New Orleans Baby Cakes Memorial Museum.
And we are the Earn Fun Average podcast,
where we talk to a variety of guests about their love of baseball and have fun doing it.
America, lower your standards.
Average is what we do best.
This is Patrick and Corey of BaseballMapper.com, and we have made an interactive map to help highlight all baseball teams from the majors down to collegiate summer leagues.
We want to bring you closer to baseball, so get on the site and find a team near you today.
Hey guys, this is Patrick Larson from the Minor League Baseball Hat History Series, and in every episode I go through the history of minor league teams through my personal collection of hats. You can find me on Twitter at @PatLarson1. I hope you guys enjoy.
Learn more about Curved Brim Media at curvedbrimmedia.com.